Hello and welcome to another video from EasyGeek TV. In this video we're going to demonstrate on how you can create, delete and in general manage user accounts. So just a few things before we start. This video is dedicated to the Linux Mint Mate version of Linux Mint. It's not dedicated to, let's say, Cinnamon, XFCE or the Debian based desktop. So there might be some differences that are not equal to this, so do keep that in mind. Now, why you might want to add different user accounts? Well, let's say you got children and you don't want them to have full access to the system, right? So you want to create a limited account for them without sudo or root privileges, because that could cause issues to the system. Now, to do that, we can go to the control center. And if you see at the top here, or you can just select administration. And as you see here, it says users and groups. Select that. And as you can see, in my case, I've got only the main user account that was created during the installation process as shown in the previous videos. So we're going to add a new user account. We can select add, click onto that, type your password. And now we can give it a name. Let's say test. You just pre-selected the test lowercase name. We're good to go. Don't need to encrypt the folder. We can go ahead with it. I'll click OK. We do need to set the password for that, so do select that. I'm going to select a very simple password and then confirm it. So it's not recommended to leave it as don't ask for password on login. We do want to have it asking for the password. We can click OK and the user will be created. Now a couple of things we want to mention regarding the user accounts. As you can see here, it says account type is custom. Now we can change that. So we don't want to leave it to custom. I'm not going through the details as to why we should change it, but let's say that you come from the Windows world. In the Windows world, you're used to the simple user accounts, which do not have administrator powers, sort of speaking. And in the Linux world, we got something similar. Well, back in the days, it was not as simple as it is now, doing all of what we're doing through the desktop environment regarding the user accounts. Now, if you select the desktop user, this will be a limited account. As you can see, it says can perform common tasks, cannot install software or change settings affecting of users. So let's say you want to have an account for your children or something. You can select this. But if you want to use an account with full admin powers, they will gonna have sudo or root privileges, administrator privileges. You want to select the administrator. In my case, I'm going to select this to demonstrate a couple of other things as we're going to see. I'm going to select admin type user account with sudo powers. Click OK, close it, and now we're going to log out from the system. Log out. And as you can see, we do have the test user we created earlier is here. So we're going to log into that newly created account. Type the password. And now we are into the new user account with admin privileges, or as we used to say in the Linux world, with sudo root user privileges. So now, I'm not going to explain it regarding the terminal or console, because this is dedicated to the GUI or desktop environment instead of doing it the Linux terminal way, sort of speaking. Although it gives you more power, you can do more settings within just a few commands, but that's it for this. So we'll keep it simple. Now, this user has got root sudo privileges, and we can see that through the who am I. And if we type groups, it's going to show us in which groups this account is into. And as you can see, it does have admin powers. And if you say sudo list hardware, which is short LSHW, which is short for list hardware, it will ask her for the password. Type it. Now you don't have to do this. I'm just showing that we do have user privileges in here, right? So you don't have to go through this. This is just to prove that the account has got root privileges. So with that out of the way, now we're going to log out and get back to our main accounts. I'm going to demonstrate a couple of other things. Log out. I'm going to get back to the main user account. Type in the password to log in again. Right? So let me show you a couple of things. Let's go again to the users and groups. You can just type users and then select users and groups. Now I want to show you a couple of things which is interesting. Now as you can see, the main user account says account type is custom. That's a bit odd. Now if you go to the test user which we created in this session, in this video, it says account type administrator. Why though? So it all comes down to the way that let me go again. Type your password. As you can see here, it all comes down to the way that the user account was created during the installation process. So now, as you saw earlier, a bit earlier, a couple of seconds ago, right? The test user account has got admin privileges. Now, there's nothing fancy about it. The test user account has been included into a couple more groups that the main user account, the EGTV in our case, was included into during the installation process. Now, to keep things equal, I do suggest you select the administrator type for your main user accounts to keep things smooth, especially since the administrator user account does add your user account with sudo privileges into the video group, which is very helpful if you, let's say you want to try a camera, like your computer laptop camera, right? Or even a USB camera, and it helps you keep things a bit smooth. So let's add the main user account into the admin group. Now, as you can see, it does give you the option to delete even your main accounts and both of them. Now, that's not recommended unless you want to install Linux Mint again, right? So, but since we did this, I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to delete the created user account. So, as you can see, it's suggesting us pretty much in the Windows style. Keep files, don't remove account, do not change anything, or delete files. I'm going to select delete files, there's nothing in there. But as you can see, this is how simple it has become nowadays to create a user account in the Linux world, especially with Linux Mint and other beginner-friendly distros or distributions. So that was it for this video, guys. I hope that this is indeed useful to you. Now, I don't know how it went in your case, but it would be interesting to see in the comments how you find this whole process of Linux Mint so far. There are plenty of videos on YouTube, to be fair, so I would say, how are you finding the Linux experience so far? Leave the comments down in the video comments section. Hopefully this was helpful to you. And if this was helpful indeed, do you like the video? Subscribe if you're not subscribed to help the channel grow. And hope to see you in another video. Bye bye.